Hey, what's going on, you delusional dust talks? Already coming back at y'all with some Froslass Munkidori Budew action. It did get some upgrades with the new set. The biggest upgrade is that Poké Pad. Search your deck for a Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box, reveal it and put it into your hand, and that is all of our Pokemon, except the Mega Froslass, which we'll talk about in a second. But this is such a massive upgrade in terms of consistency in getting our Froslass online, especially when we don't really want to use Team Evo. The Team Evo can be a great tool, but is mostly good up against Golden Go sometimes, but more so up against Dragapult Dusknoir. That's the main matchup the Team Evo comes up against. It can also be pretty good against Charizard because we're not really too scared of Charizard getting a turn of no items in the early game, usually. Sometimes, kind of depends, but most of the time we're okay with that, just to set up our Froslass and then hit him with some TM Devos a little bit later on and just kind of clean things up. So the TM Evo is nice, mostly for the Dragapult Dusknoir matchup, but now with the Poké Pads against every other matchup where we don't want to be TM Evoing or we just really want to be aggressively item locking, it's so much easier to find our Froslass, get the Freezing Shroud online, spreading the damage on our opponent's side of the field and onto our own Munkidori, then move the damage to our opponent's side of the field and win the game. So that's the biggest upgrade. There is the Mega Froslass EX in here as well, which I do have in the deck. I think I've used it 0 times. Now, I haven't played up against Mega Absol box with the deck yet, which is probably the card's best matchup. That was a really, really bad matchup for this deck. And then also maybe Grimmsnarl as well. Also a pretty tough matchup for this deck. Being able to have an early game heavy hitter like the Mega Froslass, especially up against a deck like the Mega Absol deck, which kind of, they can't really make their hand really small to avoid the resentful refrain from the Mega Froslass EX. Now, Grimmsnarl, on the other hand, they probably can, to be honest. But for a single water energy, this attack does 50 damage for each card in our opponent's hand. So if we're up against Mega Absol, they only need 5, 6, 7 cards in the hand. And if it's not 7, we're still hitting for 300 damage. So if they don't have a Bravery Charm, we KO them. But even if they do, as long as we have another Froslass plus Munkidori setup, that would still probably be enough to get the KO on the Mega Absol. So I'm not convinced on this card yet. And it might not even be that good up against the Mega Absol deck. I'd actually have to play that matchup to see how it goes before I would commit to including this card in the deck. Because, yeah, we just don't need it. Like, Budew, Froslass, and Munkidori is like more than enough to beat most decks in the formats. This kind of feels unnecessary for the most part. Also, I don't play the Ursaluna currently in here, so that would be maybe something I'd want to get back into the deck. So yeah, that's my take on the Mega Froslass. Poké Pad, huge upgrade. Definitely play 3 to 4 of them. Cutting one wouldn't be terrible. Mega Froslass EX, we could go without it probably. 4 Iono, 4 Lilies, 4 Arven for the Pokemon search cards. 3 counter catcher. Now I do have a lot of decently high count of counter catcher still, despite not playing the Yveltal currently. I'm not against the Yveltal in this deck, or maybe the Maractus. I can be convinced on Maractus, possibly. I like the Yveltal a little bit more because it is one less ability in play we have to like manage. So I initially with this build just tried to keep it simple. Let's just cut everything that we don't need. We need Budews, we need Froslass, we need Munkidoris, obviously. Supporters are also pretty good. That's how we play the game. And then let's just try the new cards. Let's try the Poké Pads, try the Mega Froslass, and it's been working really, really well so far. I haven't really missed Yveltal. I do have the Gravity Gemstone in here, which is something I've always been a big fan of in the deck. I think it's just a cool card. As long as the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot, the retreat cost of both active Pokemon is colorless more. So you put this on the Budew, put the Budew in the active, you start attacking with Budew, you can trap stuff like Pheasantipity or Noctowl and make it a lot harder for our opponent to actually play the game, because not only are we item locking them, it's not the same as Clutch, but it's kind of like a pseudo retreat lock to go with it. So I'm not sold on this card either. And like Yveltals could find their way back into the deck as well, possibly. 3 counter catchers, like I mentioned, 2 Super Rod, no Night Stretcher. I decided I was just like, let's just try just 2 recovery cards. And initially, like when I played this deck, when it first became a thing, I was really hype on like a heavy Night Stretcher count, like 3-4 Night Stretcher. But the more I've played this deck, to the point where I am now, and honestly, Lily's Determination might have a bit to do with that, because we just see so many cards with Lily's Determination turn after turn. It's easier to set up for big plays that involve Super Rod as opposed to just needing the aggressive recovery of a Night Stretcher. So I decided, let's just try 2 Super Rod. Once again, just trying to go bare minimum, bare bones. I don't think we could play just 1 Super Rod, but this has been, like, felt like way more than enough. Like, I have not missed Night Stretcher at all in this deck. Not even a little bit. So, yeah, 2 Super Rod felt great. I did keep the 1 Buddy Poffin in here. At first, I was like, nah, I'm going to cut it. But I was like, all right, we'll try it. We'll put one in there. I did have, like, a decent amount of space towards the end of the deck. 2 Pokégears, a Buddy Poffin, stuff like that. And I've actually used it a lot. I'm not going to lie. Now, I have opened it with it in my starting hand quite a bit. So, the variance, the odds are maybe a little bit in my favor. But Arvening for it, turn 1, Secret Boxing for it. Like, it's just kind of good. Yeah, probably keep the Buddy Poffin Vessel. Help us find energy, of course. 1 Ultra Ball. Now, I only play this because I play the Mega Froslass EX. If I cut it, this would also be cut. And like I said, I'm just not sold on this card at all so far. So definitely on the chopping block. And I think the Ultra Ball would probably go in that situation. If you added the Ursaluna, you'd probably want a Nest Ball. Maybe you'd still stick with an Ultra Ball because it can still help find the Froslass. That'd be a plus of an Ultra Ball over a Nest Ball. Or if you go like a more Yveltal based route, cut the Ultra Ball and the Mega Froslass for like 2 Yveltal, Yveltal to Maractus. I don't know, there's got some options there. 2 Air Balloon. Prizing Air Balloon really sucks in this deck. Having that constant mobility to be able to chain Budews aggressively is important. 2 Air Balloon, 2 TM Devo specifically. I mean, TM Devo is like a really important win con up against stuff like Golden Ghost, so pricing it's bad, but then also double TM Devo is really strong up against Dragapult. And I would even go as far as saying, if Dragapult's popular enough, we should probably play 3 TM Devo. Like, I would say, like, in the current metagame, if I was, like, taking this to a regional, like, tomorrow for how popular Dragapult is, I would probably play 3 TM Devo. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of Dragapult on the ladder as well, so if you're really trying to stick it to the Dragapults, maybe cut the Mega Froslass, cut the Ultra Ball, add a TM Devo. 4 TM Devo, screw it. Let's put 4 TM Devo in there. Hey, a 3rd Bravery Charm would also not be bad. It's not only just good against Dragapult, it's kind of just good against everything. Beefy Budews, overcoming like Fan Orb knockouts, making it harder for Solrock to get the KO, forcing the Vitality Band out of them, winning the Munkidori War. Once one of our Munkidori starts to get a lot of damage built up onto it, putting a Bravery Charm on the Munkidori is pretty cool. So more Bravery Charms, more TM Devos. Can't go wrong with either of those, to be honest. Talked about the Gravity Gemstone. TM Evo, like I said, this is still pretty good. Specifically up against Dragapult, if you go first against them, they're going to Budew you. If they Budew you, it's going to be hard to find your Froslass. Then the TM Evo can kind of bail you out there. So I'm still really liking the TM Evo. Dragapult's still really, really popular. I think if Dragapult wasn't very popular or not really a meta deck right now, I'd probably cut the TM Evo entirely. But it is, and it's there, so we kind of need it. Yeah. 3 Artazon, and I play 4/4 on the energy. I wouldn't hate going to a 9th energy. Whiffing energy attachments with this deck really, really sucks. Like, getting our energy attachments down on our Munkidori turn after turn after turn consistently is just a really, really big deal. Now, I do just play 4 basic dark. We do have the Earthen Vessel, of course. And then I also have a Luminous, or 4 Luminous in here. No Prisms, because we do have the Mega Froslass. Otherwise, I'd consider like a Prism Luminous split, probably, because you can't double Luminous to use Mind Bend, unfortunately. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you cut this, you probably just go to Prisms, or like 3 Prism and 1 Luminous, so you have the possibility of a Frost Smash with a Froslass. That could be a thing. Other things to consider that I haven't really tested out because I haven't felt like the games I've played with the deck, I haven't really been pushed to a limit where it's like, oh, I need these other cards. But TM Turbo Energize could be a cool addition now that we can more consistently get Froslass online, and delaying our opponent doesn't have to be as big of a deal to like build up into like a Froslass Munkidori board state. We can just really aggressively get Froslass online, and then with Turbo Energize, we can set up like 3 Munkidoris in a single turn, and that's like a big deal for putting pressure on our opponent. So TM Turbo Energize could be a cool addition to this deck. And then also more Snorunt, probably not more Froslass though, but I've had quite a few games. Snorunt and Froslass in general are big targets for our opponent in a lot of situations. So if we prize a Snorunt, in most matchups we want to set up 2 Froslass. So double Snorunt comes down turn 1, it becomes double Froslass. Then our opponent starts to chase our Snowrunts, and then when we like use Artazon or a Poké Pad or a Poffin and another Snorunt isn't there, that's really annoying. So to more efficiently change Froslass, I think a 4 Snorunt might be worth it, to be honest. You could also make an argument for a Night Stretcher, but same thing, right? Like, playing cards that get enabled by our other cards is important. So if I can't Poké Pad for Snorunt, a Night Stretcher's not always going to be able to save me, right? Because I'm not always going to be able to play Arven for Night Stretcher, or just naturally have a Super Rod or a Night Stretcher in hand. So playing more ways that our other cards can be enabled, Artazons, Poké Pads, might be the better route to go. But something to keep in mind as you guys test this deck and you kind of maybe run into that same situation where you're like, ooh, I wouldn't hate a 4 Snorunt. I think a 4 Snorunt would probably be better than a Night Stretcher, but you could try out both, see which one works better overall. And I wouldn't hate a 4 Froslass either, despite us having Poké Pads, specifically up against those item lock matchups. Anything randomly with the Budew, the Frillish up against Gardevoir, or the Budew up against the Dragapult Dusknoir, also pretty annoying. So those are things to consider. Turbo Energize, Snorunt, Froslass. There's more TM Devos, more Bravery Charms, all good cards. Like I said, the Retreat Lock stuff, I'm just not as hype on that right now. But other things to consider for sure. With that said, let's jump into some action, and I'll show y'all how it works. Dude, Guardy, what do you cringe? Dude, I'm gonna get slapped. Dude, do not slap me. Poach would be better than Hilda to get a monkey setup, right? But still mid. Well, no, the point of the Hilda is to find Mega Froslass, like another out to Mega Froslass. I found a way to beat Golden Go with Mega Froslass. Yeah, everyone has. The deck naturally beats Mega Froslass. Yeah, the answer is you play the deck. Finds both pieces, the Luminous and Mega. Finding that Luminous can be very difficult. Yeah, I could see playing one maybe. Really, I thought you just lost to it? No, it's a favorable matchup. No, dude, you do not have turn 1 item lock against me, brother. If you item lock me, you're cheating. Think about it. Think about it. Wow, they're cheating? What the fuck? Dude, I play against these cheaters all the time, man. No rolls? No rolls? Mind bend KO. Oh shoot, I could have mind bend KO'd this. Then I give them items. I don't really care about getting item locked, right? That's what I was thinking, so I didn't do it. Is it a mistake for me to actually... I maybe shouldn't have moved this damage to their side, actually. Oh no, I'm moving 10 over anyways. But then they get to heal the 20. If they have a Dark Energy, they heal the 20 over. Maybe it's a misplay. I also gave him Ralts with the Artazon, but like I get to set up another Munkidori, which is like pretty good, so I don't know. If they evolve into Jelly, kind of weird. Yeah, but Jelly is so unlikely there. Like, if they got it, they probably win. But the Mind Bend play would have been interesting, I guess. Yeah, I don't hate the Mind Bend play, to be honest. Mind Bend knockout, I don't hate that. Like thinking about it a little bit more. Works out though. We're chilling. Oh wow, 3 Munkidori. I mean, I kind of want another Froslass. Now they have candy though? What? Candy? Ooh, thick dew? Bruh, don't tempt me with a thick dew. Big dewage. There's nothing better than a thick Budew, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of just like, it's peak. Can I even KO this? I don't even know if I should put the damage here, actually, right? Oh no, I could have if they don't find the freaking Curly I draw. So lucky, what a sack. I should have put the no, that was correct to put it there. If you don't item lock now and Mind Bend? Oh yeah, I would never Mind Bend now. It only would have been last turn. He still dies if he fight another Lash, right? No, Curly doesn't have an ability. The most I can do is... Yeah, no, I can't kill that. What? Solo Monkey? Bro, you're cooked. I feel like this was a fine board state to just grab another monkey, right? Or wait, leave this match race for another monkey. So would you say it's better to go second with Iono's Belly Ball? Yes. Feels very much like a go second format. I could see, honestly, like... Thought about this a little bit. I feel like maybe, like, Pult Mirrors. Maybe it could be correct to go... Nah. Maybe not. If you, like, made a Pult deck with 4 Poff and 4 Poké Pad, you could definitely go first in some matchups. For sure now. Don't they need second Ralts to stop Team Diva moving over to 6 Ralts? No, because then they get items. They just Ultra Ball for Jellicent. They're chilling. I mean, it's pretty good. Yeah, I think we hit him with it. Trying to come up with a reason not to. Oh, this game has to be cooked. If I lose this game, I could honestly lose this game still. There probably is actually an argument for some matchups to actually include a luxurious cape to have an even thicker dew. It's time to get dewy. I've seen enough dew. There definitely is an argument, right, for that. I feel like there's got to be an argument for that. I suggested the cape and you ignored me. Heroes cape him. Dude, he does look good in a cape. A luxurious cape. What's their play here? All right. I have played the Hero's Cape in here before, and it was pretty cool, but it's probably not worth it. Super Rod's nice. They only have one Psychic in the discard pile here. Man, they are getting cooked. You're done, buddy. Wait, doesn't this have damage on it? Oh, they healed it. That's what they healed. Okay. Yo, appreciate the 8 months there. Thomas. Also appreciate the way their hair across. I missed that earlier. Be a good stream. Now they're going after my Dew? All right, this is uncalled for. Oh, wait, they have free retreat. I was like, wait, what? New active? They're going to slap me? Wait, they're actually going to slap me. What are you going to do? Slap my Budew? Oh my gosh, they're doing it. I feel like we still got to be in a pretty good spot here, though, right? Yeah, we're definitely in a good spot. Just KO their Munkidori. We Budew them again, KO the Munkidori. I don't really want to Bravery Charm this Budew, though, coming up. Yeah, I don't want to Bravery Charm this one. I think that's probably fine, though. I think there's a higher potential for the Bravery Charm later in the game. Can I catch the Guardia up? Oh, true. All right, so I have to move. Honestly, did not think about that. Good call. Wait, why can't I? Oh, we're tied. You motherfucker. Probably just burn this, to be honest. Itchy. Next turn they KO Budew with not charm. Yeah, but they can do that anyways, probably. Like, that's why I don't want to charm it, because I feel like it might die anyways. Maybe that's not true, though. Maybe that's not true. But the thing is, like, if they, the thing is, like, the reason I want to hold on to the Bravery Charm, because if they KO my Budew, it's just so bad. It's like KO my Budew here is so bad. Like, if that's the best they have, that they're cooked. They're cooked. Dude, they just have the third Dark Energy under item lock. Dude, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck is that? How do they just have the third Dark Energy under item lock? Are you kidding me? What is the point of item locking them? Like, what are we doing? There's not that many supporters on the bottom of my deck here. They do get the slap KO now. So maybe it was a mistake. Maybe it was a mistake on my part. Insane, though. Just so dumb. Oh, they get to slap on Munkidori now. Or I could push this Froslass up and put the Air Balloon on it, I guess. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Oh no, I want to do this first. Could have been bad. When I Budew them now, they can do 80 with Scream Cut. Maybe I should have Bravery Charm the last one, actually. You might have been right. You might have been cooking there. Could have been onto something. I don't want to Bravery Charm this one now, because they just go attach active knockout. Actually, I kind of want to find something to discard with the Secret Box. It would probably be the Gemstone. It still kind of seems losable, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. This still seems losable. I have to imagine we're in a good spot still. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it plays out. Rod to counter Frillish. Right now? There's nothing to... Oh, for my Budews? Oh, sure. So I could have played Secret Box. Got the Rod. Rodded back double do. I feel like going into this next turn, I can go for like a... That means they're not Munkidori carrying one of my Munkidoris, though. I feel like I'm okay with that, to be honest. Is my fourth Munkidori in the deck? I actually don't know. If my fourth Munkidori's in the deck, I don't think I care if they do that, to be honest. Or especially if my fourth Munkidori's in the deck. Now they can KO 2 of my Munkidoris, though. But that should be fine. That should be fine. Only 3 in deck? Okay, okay. We should be fine. We should be fine. They can do that. They can KO this one. That's fine, though. They KO double monkey, but then I get to keep my Budew. Oh, Turo? Sure. Dude, there's no way I lose this game, right? Are we headed towards an L? No, there's no way we head towards an L here. There's got to be a dub still somehow. I can use Counter Catcher now as well. How many energy and discard do they have? They have 0. And they just played their Turo, so... Can I get your Curly and use Gemstone? No? Well, why not just bring up the Gardevoir, though? I'm just gonna do this. Wait, what else did I want? That gets me Counter Catcher, yeah. I think I put this on this at this point to get it out of the way. I think so. This game would not be close if they didn't chain together. I just need to draw. I need 3 prize cards after this. Something like this seems fine. On the previous turn, instead of Budew, why not the 4th monkey? Because it's prized. Otherwise, 4th monkey could have been good. You Devo Guardian and let Froslass kill monkey? Yeah, but then they could just go Candy Guardy. They have a 7-card hand. If I don't, I have to item lock this turn, and then we worry about not item locking next turn. Are we playing Absol Ladino anytime soon? Probably not. It just kind of sounds like bad. Like, I think the Turbo Energized build is still just better. I mean, you could play like 1 Audino, because then it like increases your odds of like, I don't even know if it does anything, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. Can I win this turn with triple monkey? 3-3-2, 3-2. No, I don't think so. Honestly, I could see triple Bravery Charm being good in this deck. You think any of the megas are worth playing now or after rotation? Now, Mega Box is pretty... Dude, what the fuck? That's literally the worst top deck possible. If I TM Devo this turn... No, I don't play TM... I don't use TM Devo this turn. I mean, they didn't even attach the energy to the active this turn. Oh, they have 1 second in the discard pile now, though. Wait, where'd that come from? What the fuck? Oh, the Mystery Garden. I actually want to shuffle the deck, right? Because I want to... Devo? No, Devo's not that good this turn. There's got to be something to thin out here. My hand is currently dead, I'm not gonna lie. I think I KO the Screamtail here. Or hold on, I have 3 prize cards left. No, I don't KO the Screamtail. I don't KO the Screamtail. Almost trolled. What if I just dumped it all on the Gardevoir and like pressured for the KO on the Guardy? Like I think I should just pressure the KO on the Guardy. I'm close, right? Yeah, they have 40 HP left. What the fuck? Yeah. Or 50. Or wait, what? No, they have more than that. Why does it say 50? Oh, because it's taking the Froslass damage. Yeah, I should just pressure the KO on the Guardy here. Because I don't need the TM Devo. I can just kill it with Munkidoris. Mind Bane's win next turn? Yeah. That seems fine. That seems fine. This is what they get for going for that turn 1 Frillish play. You're not allowed to do that. Honestly, they deserve to whiff energy here because they hit freaking back-to-back-to-back dark energy without being able to use Vessel. You appreciate 36 months there, tea time. I'm not gonna lie, if I face this deck, I would flip the table. Have I even played? No, have I used a Poké Pad yet? Oh, all right. Insane top deck. I like the possibility of a mega thing to KO Lopunny is like real, I guess. Dude, if they just have the raw bunny in hand, well then I guess I could hit him with the Mega Froslass. They would just clap back with Golden Go though, right? Yeah. Bro, I just have the bunny in the hand. Like what? That's so dumb. That's so dumb. Ah, insane, man. All right, we'll figure it out. We have options. All right. I just want to see a lot of cards here, I feel like. Well, I guess Arven would have been pretty good there because it would have given me Air Balloon. Yeah, maybe I should have played for the Arven, actually. I mean, seeing +8 is, like, pretty good. I'll get the Air Balloon anyways. Oh my, no, I was like, dude, I'm out of Poké Pads? But no, we got one. I was like, what? We're chilling. But for a second there, I was like, I don't want to give them Artazon, obviously. Oh, fuck. I was like thinking about putting it on the Budew. All right, well, now I'm definitely not putting it on the Budew. When I knock out with Mega Lass? Because it didn't, I don't think. That's not like the worst thing ever. And even if Mega Lass did get the KO, then they get to play items and just go Golden Go, probably knock out my Mega Lass, and then they've drawn 4 prize cards. So you playing at UIC? Dude, you just have the nuts, man. Why do they always have the nuts? They have everything. Did KO on Dango? Oh, I could have KO'd the Dango? Oh, sure. That might have been worth it. Dude, just infinitely having the nuts. Oh, I did misplay. I'm not gonna lie, I did misplay. Mind bend angle? No, this retreat knocked me out with Golden Go. I want like everything here. Man, this is like not good. I don't play Yveltal. Also, they probably have Prime Catcher another Turo, so it's not even gonna stick around for very long. I just want to get the third Munkidori set up right now because I can do it. And then hope to draw into a Budew. I once again want a Lillie. And we have such high odds, so I wasn't really worried about whiffing. It was possible. Yeah, losing that other Bravery Charm was pretty bad, to be honest. KO, give me. But then the bunny just comes back active and KOs me, right? Oh shoot, I was supposed to put 3 here. Oops, I gotta end up hitting it. In my head, I thought I was gonna hit it, but I was like, no, counter catcher's better. So I should have moved 3 to the thing there. This is a matchup where we actually want a lot of counter catchers because you just want to keep bringing up the other stuff. If it's such a good start, though, it's going to be tough to win. You need to find, like, we need to buy some turns in here at some point. And I'm down a Bravery Charm. Okay. Turn bot. Also, messing up this damage here is actually like really, really bad. I don't know if I should have split it like that, to be honest. But we did it. Not putting that one more damage there when I should have is so bad. Let me just chill. I have one counter catcher left. I think I use it this turn if I do find it. I don't have a. Oh no, I'm down a runt. I'm runtless. That's so bad. I think I just commit to this then. Burn this out of the deck. Even burn this at this point. They do have a lot of boss less, so there's a good chance that they will have boss K Froslass here. Ooh, I got the super out as well. Alright. So many errors this game. Team Diva time? We're not quite there yet, right? That is coming alive. We just wait. We wait one more turn. We're also like kind of missing Iono to go with the TM Diva combo. Although it might not be relevant because do I just literally board wipe them? That's pretty close. I did mess up some of my number. Oh well, now if they're giving me damage to work with. Do you think you'll ever try to use an Athena? What's it called? Against an opponent as a meme? No clue. I don't plan things. Yeah, they're digging super hard for Turo here. Board wipe here. Did they not KO on purpose? Why would you ever do that though? Do I like truly board wipe? I do just truly board wipe, yeah. They give me damage to work with as well. What the heck? Just literally the whole squad, full squad wipe. It's such a magical moment, man. Knockout, 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 knockout. Okay. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Doesn't matter how many mistakes we make. Matchup's just too free. I don't even know if there was much more my opponent could have done, to be honest. They kind of like drew... Well, they could have KO'd my Budew that turn, but that also just doesn't... I don't know why they didn't KO my Budew. I don't know if there was like a... Is there a... Were they trying to avoid me benching something, maybe? It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Maybe they were playing around like Ursaluna coming down on my bench or something like that. I don't know. There might have been something, though. There might have been something. I can't think of what it would have. Oh, it's over. Pack it up, buddy. You're done. It's so cooked. They can draw prize cards pretty fast, but... I could TM Evo here. Or I could Budew him. But I'm doing this for sure for double runs. Okay, I prize a Froslass. That's annoying. Just triple ass on them. Honestly, that probably would have been pretty good. But uh-oh. I think I'm just going to do this and then play Lillie, to be honest. I think that's probably good enough. I don't know why they play that stadium so aggressively. They must have another one in hand. That's like the only thing I feel like makes sense. Oolan. Yeah, pricing a Froslass there is pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. It's not good to prize a Froslass. Not good at all. Do not recommend. Are you only playing 2 lasts? No, there's 3. It's a 3-3-1 line. Especially if they get an aggressive chase on it, right? No, don't attack it. Oh, they didn't. Okay. I thought they're about to attack it. Price 2. Yeah, price 2. What? I don't know what I said. Yeah, price 2. Alright, double Bravery Charm? Oh no, there are no. Man, do I get nothing? Do I even get to play the game? Like, what the heck? Want to Charm Budew? I mean, it would have been the same outcome there. Didn't change anything. I think what I want on Bravery Charm is a Munkidori. So they go KO Budew and then I push Munkidori with Bravery Charm. So they can retreat to this thing. Well, they need like a full bench though. So maybe they won't get a full bench. Like a Bravery Charm this. Itchy. They need a way to move this. This thing comes up. They can pretty easily punch for 80 if they get the... They need a lot for that. This thing's only hitting 60 though. I'm put on the monkey. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure. One thing I do know for sure is... Alright, cool. Alright, chill. Come on. Dude. I can't be serious right now, man. My Froslass gonna die? That'd be really bad if my Froslass dies. I need my Froslass not to die. But they can just go get a boss off the Boom Boom Groove right now. Rising Double Froslass is so sick. Well, they need a stadium as well if they want to actually KO with the fish. So I mentioned it because they usually run 2 grass if it's heavy king build. But nobody actually plays the heavy king build. We should assume it's not the heavy king build. We should assume it's the Diplo build. Even if this is actually like this is like how you should like analyze gameplay. Let me think for a second. I think I want a Lillie here. To set up for like a bigger play. Dude, if we didn't prize a second Froslass, the game would literally already be over. That's insane. Does item locking him even matter at this point? Or should I just put down 4th Munkidori and sacrifice Snorunt? No, let's just go with Budew this turn. We'll go for Budew one more turn, I guess. But I do wonder, to be honest. I want to save the counter catcher to combo with the Iono, I think. Oh, we're really close to winning the game, actually. Also, the 10 damage from Budew is actually, like, relevant here. So we should need to board wipe the attackers, right? I don't need to board wipe their whole board. Yeah. Now this goes to 5, this goes to 4, and this has 1 HP. So now TMD will just board wipes all their attackers. What was I saying? I was saying something. Oh yeah, this is like so like somebody mentioned in chat, like what if it's a heavy seeking build? Then Diplins are less aggressive. So one thing we can like use for like initial analysis is that the heavy Diplin build is the more popular build of the deck. But let's say it was close to like 50-50. Let's say it's like 50% of them were heavy seeking, 50% of them were heavy Diplin. We want to assume that it's the heavy Diplin build as long as we can with our actions. So if we could make an action that's better against the heavy Diplin build versus better against the heavy seeking build without knowing if it's the heavy Diplin build or the heavy seeking build, we should assume we're up against the heavy Diplin build, because we would lose if we are, but if we don't lose to the seeking if we're not, up until the point where it's all of a sudden like, well, we lose to the heavy seeking build if we don't make this play. But that's probably just never true. There could just be plays that we'd make into like the heavy seeking build that would probably put us at a more advantageous spot, but it could lose us to the heavy Diplin build. So we should just always assume we're up against the heavy Diplin build until there's something that happens in the game that tells us one way or another if it is or isn't. But we hadn't seen anything up to this point that tells us one way or another. So we should always assume worst case scenario until we know something for sure, as long as it's within like a certain margin of percentages. If it was like 90% of them are heavy seeking and 10% are heavy Diplin, we probably assume it's the heavy seeking build. But it just kind of, we should always hedge against the worst possible situation within a certain percentage margin. Or whoever asked the question. Now I just TM Devo and win, right? Five, 4, so I have to KO the little apple. Sorry, my dude. I don't play that yet. I probably split these damages. How was the pulp matchup for this deck? I think it's unfavorable, but it's like not terrible. Probably like 40-60 or something like that. Maybe a little more. Maybe, I mean, even 35-65 doesn't feel like truly terrible, but that's pretty unfavored. Yeah, it's definitely unfavorable. So what's your opinion on Pulp Rare Candy, and is the right choice to play Rare Candy? No clue. It's a good card in the deck. Yeah, good card in the deck. Don't really have a strong opinion on Pult though. Oh my gosh, how do they have a 15 card hand? I guess I did TMD with their board. It's just like a lot of hand, you know? I maybe should have counter-captured up one of the Grookies without an air balloon, but it just seems kind of low value. And they've been item locked the whole game. It is true, they haven't item locked the whole game. Fair point. And I am going to go back into item locking them. This was honestly, as we're getting to the end game here, this feels like, well, all right. The only reason this feels close is because I priced 2 Froslass. I was like, man, this was like kind of closer than I thought. But we just kind of prized 2 Froslass, so that's the only reason it felt close. Sure, let's give him a gemstone. He deserves it. He did a good job this game. What the fuck? Little gemstone for the Budew as a treat. Do I KO the active Grookey? I think this is like all my prize cards are just these three here. 2-2. I don't care if they get to return to a Diplin, but they're gonna push a Diplin anyways. Going Art Unlock feels good. I mean, it doesn't feel bad. I'm just not gonna do it because I don't want to do it. Also on the End Zoroark deck. It's a good deck. Why we're not wiping apples? Because at most we would KO one apple. Which is not a lot of apples, you know? Low apple count. Is it post rotation list? Every time I see a Carmine, I'm just like, it's post rotation. Wait, is this rotate? Nope. Yeah, this is definitely a post rotation list. Because you don't just play Carmine, you know? Rumble side. Have I lost a game with this deck yet? I don't think I have. You think Rocket, even pre-rotation, has potential? No. Like how putting Thwack in play reduces the HP they have available. Yeah, I guess like, yeah, it technically hurts them more than helps them, right? At least like, but it hurts them going into their turn specifically, I guess. I don't think that gives them actual value here, right? Ever move one to active Grookey, itch, leave it at 60? I did think about that, yeah. That might have been the better. They're hitting for 100, right? So like, if I push this, they don't KO it. Yeah, 140. Round. The squad is cooked, man. The squad is cooked. These apples are done. And I'm packing. Yeah.